Steelers hang on and win that division?
I hate to say this because Mike Tomlin, I'd hate to see the look he would give me, but I'd be shocked if they did. You know why? Because unlike the Ravens, who have won 4 in a row, the Steelers had control of the division, and they've just been erratic. They've been up and down, Jekyll and Hyde, until they can show that they're the team that can beat the Colts and the Patriots and not lose to the Bengals and all these other teams. I think it's hard to know exactly what Steelers team we're seeing.
Well, and we also have the situation with Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
Mike Tomlin confirming yesterday that Rodgers is not going to need surgery for a fractured left wrist. He's not yet been ruled out for Sunday against the Bears. If Rodgers can't go, Mason Rudolph would get the start. He looked good. We've all seen Mason Rudolph play for years. A solid backup, obviously, so a good option in the event that Rodgers can't go. Again,
yes.
You were there. You have a better sense. What is your sense of Rodgers' availability?
So I think Mike Tomlin's going to drag this out until Friday just to get a sense of where Rodgers is. But I can tell you, being at that game, being in that post-game locker room, the sense I got was Rodgers would have to, he would tourniquet, he would cast, he would do anything he could to make it so that he could play against the Bears. This is a team that, based on his days with the Packers, he has clearly loved going against the Bears. I still own you and all that. But he wanted to go back in that game. He was upset that he couldn't, but it was doctors said, no, you're sitting out. I have a hard time believing that if Aaron Rodgers, as the sense I've been given is that he will do everything he can to play, I have a hard sense believing that Mike Tomlin will not play him if.
And
that's
what did you say in our meeting this morning,
Bro's
Jeff?
going to play. Bro is going to play. I would have the shocked face that we put up for Kmart and the dude don't play. For all the things about Aaron Rodgers, he is a tough cat, and he wants to be on the field. He does not want to be known as an injury-prone player. He has a ton of pride and that kind of stuff, and I think he does whatever it takes to get on the field.
Yeah, it sounds like Mike, as Kimberly is alluding to, is leaving it up to Aaron. And he'll let the week play itself out. Like, Aaron has earned the right to kind of take his time and kind of give you then his self-assessment of where he feels at the end of the week. Although I will say this, look, Mason Rudolph is the quintessential definition of what a backup is. He can hold the fort down for a game or two. He obviously is not a long-term answer. Otherwise, they wouldn't have gone out and got Aaron Rodgers the way they did. We all know that. But I think, when you're looking at this bigger picture, can Mason lead them to a win this week if he has to start? Absolutely he can. And Mike has full trust in that.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of expectations on Aaron Rodgers. If it's just pain, he'll probably play. The problem with the Aaron Rodgers question is we are assuming that if he shows up that this offense is going to be effective. It has not been all that effective all season long, whether he's hurt or not. I think the pain won't keep him from playing, but I think his aversion to contact, and we understand why he has an aversion to contact, that these things break a little easier. I think that's part of it. But the problem is I think we have lower expectations for him based on his age. And the NFL does not have a senior tour. We can't grade it on a curve. I agree. Aaron Rodgers, incredible for a 41-year-old quarterback. But he's not the level of quarterback that they need right now considering where that team is placed.
So let's be clear. It's not his throwing hand. It's this hand. And it's really about receiving the football, receiving the snap, being able to hold on to it, the pain, the issue. How does he, I guess, Jeff, my question to you is, how that quarterback where you have an offense that's not really in sync right now with a quarterback who even you're worried about receiving the snap, how do you feel about him playing in that game?
No, I think if he goes, hey, man, I can do it, he's taking enough snaps, you understand what you're going to get. And so the way that he receives the snaps, however he has to take his hand to take the pressure off the wrist, these guys are smart enough they'll figure that part out. But I do think for all of our toughness, there is something that pain does to all of us, and it can make you make bad decisions. It makes you hurry, changes the timing and the clock in your head. That's where Tomlin is going to have to balance this, right? Because there's a point where you're a detriment to your team if you start getting rid of the ball out of sequence when you need to be taking a shot. Instead, you're not. I think those are the things Tomlin will have to manage as he gets either in the game or before the game. Because again, if Mason Rudolph can get you through this one, give him 2 weeks. That's what you would.
I think that. Look, I think Jeff just hit it on the head. That's what you're worried about. The extended plays, the second, the second reaction type throws. He's not going to want to do that. I wouldn't want to fall on the ground. Right. I wouldn't want to be thinking, can I put my left hand down and brace myself or not? Yeah. I'd be like, this ball is out of here. Yeah. It's going somewhere. It ain't staying with me. And I don't know if you want him in that kind of situation.
Yeah, when you put the expectations on a quarterback like that, they'll probably put a cast or something to protect from the brace. He'll probably be on some sort of painkillers. To your point, the pain won't be the problem, but what the pain does to the way that you think about playing the game will impact you. The decisions that he's going to make in that game, already in a situation where he's getting rid of the ball really quickly, those decisions will be sped up.
Let's say this about the Bears, though. He likes the style that the Bears on the defense. And so that also, let me just tell you, that's tempting for a quarterback, right? To know that you come out and have,
The Bears defense has been a lot of turnovers, is like driven the success they have.
That's right.
Aaron Rodgers, obviously, historically, not a turnover.
That's exactly.
Steelers Nation, get ready. Because what we're talking about right now could reshape the entire landscape of our franchise for years to come. Picture this, the quarterback position, our sacred spot, the one that has carried this organization for decades, is once again in flux. And although that might make some of you clutch your Steelers hat a little tighter, I'm here to tell you, this moment may just be the turning point we've been waiting for. Let's rewind to the facts. According to a recent article from Steeler Nation, the possibility of a reunion is already legitimate. Yes, you heard me. A reunion between the Pittsburgh Steelers and Justin Fields is now on the radar like it hasn't been in years. After the legendary career of Ben Roethlisberger ended following the 2021 season, we have been stumbling, searching, trying to fill his shoes and the leadership void he left. The article states the franchise has not inched any closer to finding its long-term solution. And here's the twist. Fields once had promise. He once looked like he might be our guy. Then he left in free agency to join the Jets, inked a 2-year deal worth about $40 million. But it didn't pan out. Fields is now possibly on his way out of New York, and suddenly, even though it seemed over, the Steelers might have an open door. And that open door? Well, insiders say Arthur Smith, our offensive coordinator, likes him. Quote, anything is possible. You know that line hits differently when it comes from someone inside the building. The parameters are clear. Reunion likely, but under conditions. Fields wouldn't come back just to warm bench seats. He wants a starting shot. He deserves it. And for us Steelers fans, that starting shot might be what unlocks real stability. Now, let's dig into context. Fields' departure to the Jets was abrupt. The Steelers were owed a 4th-round compensatory pick because Fields had earned the starting job and played the majority of 2025 snaps before getting benched. The Jets' cap implications are messy. Fields may find himself on the roster, but likely not in the spot that gives him full starter pay if they keep him. So, from a practical standpoint, it makes sense. From a fan standpoint, it's tantalizing. Here's why this matters to you, me, everyone in Steeler Nation. We deserve clarity at quarterback. We've had Mason Rudolph, Will Howard under contract through 2026, but we still have Aaron Rodgers' future looming. Still have the specter of next season being another year of uncertainty. Bring in Fields, young, athletic, proven to run and throw, and you could have one of the most dynamic dual-threat quarterbacks this franchise has seen. The synergy with Smith's offense could be electric. And look, let me be real. You have to ask, is this move just another Band-Aid solution? The article warns that bringing Fields back would just cause more negative headlines if the same stopgap approach is used year in and year out. But here's the difference. We're not talking about a quick fix for one season. We're talking about a strategic move before the 2026 NFL Draft, a signal that the Steelers are willing to restructure, commit, and build with purpose. Imagine this. Fields walks into the locker room, absorbs our culture, adapts to our identity of toughness, hard-nosed football, and then unleashes the athleticism that made him a first-round pick. He's already been here, already knows the building. That familiarity matters. That chemistry matters. For once, we might not be chasing the clock, but catching it. And don't forget the broader picture. The Steelers in 2025 are 6-4, first in the AFC North. We have momentum. We are still very much alive. Bringing in Fields, even if as a competition starter or eventual starter, could elevate us, not just maintain status quo, but threaten. This is about building a winner, not surviving another quarterback carousel. Now, what about Rodgers? His status remains uncertain. If Rodgers retires, the pathway opens. If he doesn't, Fields could still come in as a high-level backup, ready to step up when called. Fields wants opportunity. The Steelers can offer that. Smith likes him. The pieces are aligning. Steelers Nation, this is not speculation without merit. This is a strategic conversation taking place within our organization. And as fans, as believers, our job is to stay informed, stay passionate, stay loud. Because when this move happens, if it happens, it matters. Before I wrap up, I'll tell you this. I believe this is a great move for the Steelers. Having Fields back would give our offense a spark, would send a message that we're serious, that we're not tinkering, we're building. The defense has consistently held up. The identity is strong. Now, we need the quarterback piece to match. Fields fits that mold. So tell me, Steelers Nation, what do you think? Are you ready for Justin Fields back in black and gold? Do you believe he should start, or should we wait and go through the draft? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Smash that like button if you believe this is a smart direction for our team. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe for more deep dives like this, because when the Steelers make moves, we'll be here to break them down first. Stay loud, stay proud. From Pittsburgh to everywhere, this is Steelers Nation Wire.